think I would say part of my motivation is I just love to win. And understanding the moment that I know how hard it is to get to the finals. And you think that you're young and if you've been once that you'll just continue to keep going. And we realized that last year. We kind of took it for granted at certain moments, and we didn't make it to the finals. And this year put things in perspective, and I think you could see in our excitement, right, when we won the conference. Obviously, that's not the end-all, be-all, but it really is tough to get to this moment. So I think right now just staying present in the moment. I'm not thinking about, what it would mean for my legacy or anything like that. Just excited to play some basketball after this long break and go out there and try to get the job done.
Back left, Tim.
Jayson, Tim Reynolds with the AP. Even though you'd already won an Olympic gold medal and you've won a bunch of, hundreds of games here, obviously. When you look back at 22, do you almost feel like you had to go through it to understand what's different about this stage and what it takes to win the ultimate thing in this league?
I guess I hate that I had to go through it. I wish we would have won. But I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. There's a lesson to be learned in every situation, and I do feel a lot different this time, this go around. 2 years later, I'm excited for the opportunity for us to get the job done.
Mark, back right.
Mark Spears, ESPN's Landscape. Jayson, is this maybe perhaps it's the case with the Lakers, but does this franchise have a different pressure on it with all the banners, with all the legends, with trying to be amongst those names when it's all said and done, that in order to truly be there, you have to win a championship to do that?
You know the answer to that, of course, right? We only hang NBA championship banners, right? 17 of them. Some of the greatest players ever played this game wore this uniform, and all of us are honored to follow in their footsteps and the way that they paved for us to live out our dreams. So essentially, yeah, if you want to be one of the greats, right, to put on this uniform, every great before you won a championship, and that's what we try to play for every single season. The expectations are obviously different here, and it takes special players to be here and to be a part of an environment like that.
Second row here on the left.
Jayson, Nick Galley, Field Level Media. You guys bring in Drew Holiday this offseason. He obviously had the title run with Milwaukee. Does he kind of offer a new perspective on the finals that maybe you guys didn't realize when you had your run 2 years ago?
Yeah, with his presence in the locker room, obviously on the court, he just brings a different dynamic. I've said it all season, we're so lucky to have him on our team. Drew literally does any and everything that we ask and that we need. And more than that, he's capable, right? He can hit big shots, obviously get a big stop, guard the 5-man if we need him to. We're very, very lucky to have him.
Gary over here on the left.
Jayson, Gary Wash from Boston Globe. You've probably been the most scrutinized player during this postseason.
Think so?
Yeah, I think so. How much you smiled or didn't smile when Jalen won the MVP and things like that. Has it motivated you for this moment? Do you turn off social media when your son says something, or your friends, like your mother? How have you dealt with the scrutiny, and how has this kind of built you for this moment that you're about to face now?
I think more so than me, right? It's like my mom, my grandma, my family and friends. They're more bothered by it than me. And I understand, like, if Deuce was to make it to the NBA and people were talking about him every single day, as a parent, I wouldn't be able to separate the superstar from the child. So, my mom took it a little tougher than maybe I did. But for me, I don't take it personal, right? Just a long break without NBA basketball. So they had to overanalyze every little thing and have something to talk about. Did it get old? Yeah, but it's the finals. They wouldn't talk about me if I wasn't good. So, try to take some positives out of it and change the channel.
Tanya, back right.
Tanya Ganguly, New York Times. You were talking a bit ago about sort of the legacy of this franchise and the weight that puts on you, not you personally, but the weight that puts on any Celtics team. I'm curious, though, for you personally, is it helpful for you to think about the big expectations of the franchise? Is that motivating, or do you prefer, as you're going through the playoffs, to keep that out of your mind and think a little more narrowly about what's in front of you?
Yeah, and honestly, it's like I don't think about the future or what this may mean for me down the road. Just as simple as it sounds, just trying to stay present, stay in the moment, enjoy it, right? Keep talking about pressure. It's the NBA Finals, like this shit is supposed to be fun, and that's kind of where I'm at with it. Is like I'm in the NBA Finals. I have a second opportunity to win a championship, and I want to enjoy it. I want to enjoy the moment, enjoy it with my teammates and my family. So that's where my narrow focus is at. Is about competing at a high level, finally getting to play tomorrow, and just having fun, just going out there and doing what I love to do.
Jabari, back left.
What's up, bro?
Oh shit.
I feel like, first of all, Jabari Smith, NBA correspondent. I feel like this league is a lot of expectation. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to shift it a little bit. What would you say to somebody going into their third year who hasn't really lived up to the expectation that has been set on him? What would you say to somebody going into that?
I would say that somebody that has been through that, right? How old are you?
21.
21. I've been in that situation. Everybody else in the world that's your age, that's 21, is still probably in school trying to figure out what they want to do in life. And we come into the league at such a young age, and they want us to be perfect right away. And this is part of growing up. You're still growing up. I'm still growing up. And it's a process, right? Nothing was accomplished overnight. And I think you'll find the value in tough times, the ups and downs, just what life brings you. Damn, I sound like a real old person right now. Just in the sense of like your career, I would just say, man, enjoy it, right? It's going to be some great times. There's going to be some times that aren't so great. And it's okay to be upset, because that means you care, right? You want to be great, and people believe that you can. They just try to rush the process, and it takes however long it takes. But as long as you work hard, you believe, and you got the right support system. Obviously, you do down in Houston. I know all those guys, coaches, and everything will take care of itself how it's supposed to.
For sure. Appreciate you. Good luck to you, too.
Thank you.
Last one in the back in the middle.
Hey, Jayson, drafteados from Spain. A lot of NBA legends lost his first finals and then came back and they won. What's the biggest lesson that you learned from the first NBA finals that you played?
Biggest lesson, I give a lot of credit to that team, like the Warriors. I think we understood what it took to get there, and they understood what it took to get over the hump. That was a really special team that didn't make many mistakes. Obviously well coached, and they just been there before, and in some of those tough moments, when I go back and look, you can tell that they had been there before, and it was a lesson to be learned. And I told myself that if I ever got the opportunity again to make it to the finals, that never take it for granted. And obviously, we're here now, and thankful to be here, and I'm excited to get ready to play and have fun tomorrow.